What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 in the Country Roulette mod. It's not really been a roulette recently because the game's going pretty slow, but saying that, there's 2 days till we switch countries. Probably actually going to break the game because it's going so ridiculously slow right now. You can see, obviously, we've got World War III basically going down between the Allies and the Comintern. Don't ask me about the Hungarian Axis, that's just too confusing. But there's plenty going on, and we're about to switch. If we become Stalin or anyone like that, I will probably switch, because I don't fancy playing as someone with that many divisions. It's probably going to cover the whole screen as well. Which is why this mod, well, not this mod, like, I don't have anything wrong with this mod. Made it sound like this mod should not have been made. No, but like this idea, obviously the concept behind it doesn't necessarily work all the time. Obviously with the random powers as well, it was similar. Oh, it's changing. Finland, perfect. Neutral nation, right in the middle of everything. See, they were at war with Stalin early on, but there you go. Problem is, I no longer can see who's winning the battles, but you know what, that's probably a good thing. It's a bit more excitement to it. So the Allies have made good progress out of Romania, and still Turkey are doing their best, and they're making multiple naval invasions now, Poland through the Baltics and then even further north. But they're definitely losing the front in West Germany. They're definitely being pushed back here, which is interesting. They're holding them at Zagreb here, Croatia. So this is very interesting how it's going to pan out, because if West Germany was to fall, things would get really weird. And you can see the US is now making plenty of invasions up here. I can't see what's going on. I'm tempted to switch nations just to see what's going on, but I'm not going to. It's not how this works, I'm afraid. Although at this point it may as well just be an AI only. We played as Finland before, didn't we? I remember going for alliance with Germany or something. I don't know. Pretty sure we did play as Finland, like just after they got their peace deal. So that's pretty cool that we're back again. Okay, well, the Allies have too many factories now. We knew what this number was not that long ago. It was the lower end of 2000, I think. It was 2009, so it's obviously not 2.26, I imagine. Either way, still massively at 4 times the Comintern there. Losses, it's 4-3, so 25% more. No, 50. I don't know, maths. Too much maths. Soviets, though, are about to hit 1 million casualties. They are divided up between France, 360,000, 300,000 to Turkey, 110,000 to Iberian Federation, 94,000 US, 58,000 Romania, UK not even on there, surprisingly. They're really not as strong as I big them up to me, but, you know, being from the UK, I just gotta... Obviously, this war prep at 5%, that's a lie, it's 100%. 69,000 casualties, mainly to the Soviets. 6,000 lost to Xinjiang, 115 to Albania. Xinjiang, 73.9 thousand have caused British Raj. Well, yeah, that does explain. How much have Xinjiang lost? 88,000, mainly to Turkey. How on earth's that worked out? No idea how that works, but either way, I hope Xinjiang lost, just because, you know, we were them near the start. They're one of the few nations we played as that are still alive, I think. I say that like loads of them are dead, but lots of them are different now. You know, Poland has changed a lot since we started as them. The Czechs we've played as twice, but they've gone hard fascist again. Yeah, I think they keep the same national focus trees, which messes things up. The US has now made substantial landings over here and held on to them and blobbed them out a little bit behind Poland, obviously behind the main front line in the Germanys. So here is sort of stopped. Romania seems to have stopped as well, but Turkey's still trying to make some sort of push. They're edging closer. They've sort of stopped to a halt about here, but Stalingrad is in sight. That is going to be a lot of victory points. They actually took Rostov, which is a big Russian city. I assume that it is, because it's one of the first names of cities in Civ 5 when you play as Russia, so it's probably a big city, right? It's the best way to judge it. Oh, I said they were making no progress, and all of a sudden, boom, they're almost a whole sort of province, tile, whatever you want to call it, everywhere apart from here. If they were to take Stalingrad, that'd be a big blow to pushing the Soviets towards capitulation. At the moment they are 17%, that's 4% more than when this episode started. Yep, the Turkish definitely making progress all of a sudden. A couple of cities here as well. Stalino, so I guess is like Stalin's Italian summer home, has fallen, with an O on the end there. Voroshilov, who thinks of these names? Either way, that's about to fall as well. Seems like a big offensive has just started out here, obviously, from Turkey. I don't know whether they've dragged troops away. They've probably had to drag a lot of troops up here to deal with the US invasions of the coast, or whoever it is. The land's going to the US, but it could be someone else. But yeah, that's allowing Turkey to make progress. Obviously, the big one would be Stalingrad. It's worth 30 victory points. That's quite a big amount. The game is going so slow, it won't actually load the pop-up to tell me that, but whatever. It will be a big 19%, yeah, it would put a lot more pressure on this. I think if you can take Stalingrad, Leningrad, and Minsk, you'd be pretty close. I don't know, what city is this? Kiev as well? You'd probably be pretty close. You'd probably have to take Moscow, though, to finish the job. I don't think they'd capitulate without you taking Moscow. Pretty unlikely, either way. Stalingrad's probably the first of the 4 major cities before then to fall. Although Leningrad is pretty exposed if this invasion keeps on going. I don't know how Turkey is doing this, but they now have 115 to 180 divisions. I mean, even if it's 115, that is crazy. I mean, Italy have 5. Even the Iberian Federation there only max 113. That means Turkey more than likely have more divisions than France, despite having less factories. They've also taken a lot of losses. France have taken so many losses in this. But they haven't surrendered this time, which is impressive. But yeah, losing 1 million after a war that they got destroyed in isn't going to be useful. I don't know why it says Belgium here. It says not in the war but can be called into it. I mean, as far as I'm aware, there is no Belgium, unless they're hidden somewhere. So now that Turkey is pushing north of the Black and Caspian Sea, it's going to spread whatever troops that were here out even further, which I think will probably suit Turkey more. I think the Soviet troops are a little bit more advanced, there's more tanks, there's stuff like that. But I think Turkey have the numbers, so once this starts to thin out, it's going to really help Turkey. And if it eventually properly joins up with this Romanian front here, then that could be really, really bad news for the Soviets, who have still got a chance right now. They do still have a chance. I mean, Berlin has fallen back to West Germany though, so that's not so good. Prague is still pretty safe, but yeah, they were here a minute ago, so they're falling back. That's not looking good. There's just more and more pockets opening up. The UK look like they're ready to do something around here as well. That'd be interesting. If I gave them military access, it could be all over, just like that. Oh, we're on to the 31st of December, 1944. I think that's the furthest I've ever gone in this game. So we'll see how it pans out, but yeah, we're about to be in 1945. Oh no, I think Tibet's about to die. Poor Tibet. What's going on over here? No? They lost one state, and it's like, oh no, they're going to die. Maybe they were here before, but either way, they're not dead just yet, although these are pretty big states, so they might lose all 3 pretty quickly. Either way, that's probably been expected. Republic of China did deal with that sort of rebellion over here. Is now ready probably to focus again on Mao in here. I don't know how he's still around. He's done a miracle. Maybe he's built a tiny Great Wall of China in here just to help him out. I don't know, but he's clinging on. Oh, and somehow I don't know who this is actually. I think it's gone to the UK. Yep, it is the UK. Has navally invaded Leningrad. So there you go. That's one of the big Russian cities fallen. That's going to be a big chunk. 25% now towards capitulation. I believe Stalingrad is about to join in a second with Turkey. The front in Romania is about to reach Kiev. It's not looking good for Stalin. Minsk is still pretty safe, but even then, the Americans making good progress over here. Question is still, it just depends on West Germany holding them off on this huge front. And the problem is they're committed to this. The Soviets can't like go back because they'll just follow them. So they're committed. It's going to be very difficult now. Looks like the Allies might just have the edge in this one. Although I did say they had a chance. And they still do. Anything's possible. But America may be about to mess it all up now. Going after War Plan Yellow, which is a war goal on the Republic of China. Not sure why they'd want one of those. The other ones they have are on Japan, which they've done more than enough times, and against Germany. Yeah, this is a bit weird going after China. I mean, they embargoed France as well, so it's not necessarily the end of the world. But yeah, it'd be very weird if America did it. It would be very weird. But possible to see them at war. If they went after China, that would mess things up, because obviously America would bring in the Allies The Republic of China aren't in a faction. They are democratic, but in that scenario, they'd probably join the Comintern. And that would change things, because they have numbers. Like, not the sort of numbers that you need to stop. I mean, it's a 10 million v2. But they definitely help. They bring manpower. And actually, China may have more now, to be honest. I haven't really been counting. They have 3 million fielded manpower. I mean, Guangxi clique are helping them too, but I feel like they're probably the majority of the 3 million. Tibet, East Germany has capitulated. Okay, well that is a sign, although I think it is for the second time this game. Oh no, they're fully gone now. Okay, yeah, that's big. Next up will probably be Poland, although Czechoslovakia is pretty well defended, so they might just hold on for a bit longer. It's going to be a bit tougher to get into them. They are very well defended. Although they might have a civil war at some point, which won't help. Still this bit here, they're still clinging on. But yeah, they're definitely making progress now towards Kiev. As I said, they just committed so much to this front that these fronts are just falling behind. It's probably going to be a race between Turkey and it's not Romania that's actually doing this. It's mainly Spain and partially France. Although France over here, it's mainly Spain and France doing both of these. Supported by the US in Romania. Obviously the US now up here as well, making good progress. The UK has held on to Leningrad for now, so that's impressive. And they did eventually make a naval invasion up here. Not sure how big that is, but it will help. Now what are we looking at? 24%. They've actually recovered a little bit. I don't know where, but apparently so. Oh, and Stalingrad. No, they've been pushed back a little bit actually towards Stalingrad. So there you go. Turkey making progress all over the place at the moment. Oh, and poor old Subcarpathian Rus just capitulated. They're really starting to have some success down here. Kiev is in their sights, and they're probably going to wrap around, potentially join with the US up here, which is crazy to think. And that will trap a lot of Stalin's army pretty much between Poland and Czechoslovakia. That'll make things interesting. That'll make things interesting, because they're still doing so well over here. Like, to hold this front, they're doing pretty ridiculous. The problem is they are really starting to make some ground up here, particularly the US. I think we're about to, or have just taken, yep, they did just take the Polish capital. It's moved back to Warsaw. It was actually Königsberg up here for a little while. But yeah, Romania, or the Romanian front, definitely growing further. They haven't quite taken Kiev. They've come close. Same goes for Stalingrad. Turkey sort of slowed a little bit. I'm incredibly impressed by the Czechoslovak Socialist Republic. They are doing a great job. They are not even 1% towards capitulation. There might be 1% towards capitulation or something. Very little. Even Poland is starting to succumb now. And that after that, every other Comintern members out here in Asia, Mongolia, Tanatuva, Xinjiang, and somehow the UK. I don't know if this is Raj doing this and giving it over, or the UK's just sent stuff over to secure the job. But yeah, these are the final members. And obviously there's the state of Japan, where no one's actually in Japan. It's a bit weird. But yeah, it's starting to look a bit bad for the Comintern. I think we'll be closing in on a peace deal in the next couple of episodes, and then that will probably be it. We'll have the job done. What have I done? They shall remain ours and demilitarized. We should transfer Alan to Sweden, demilitarize land and force conscription on them. Give them more autonomy, but keep under our guard. Ooh. Nothing. Okay, something just Argentina just declared war on, I believe it was Bolivia. No, sorry, Uruguay. Wait, who declared this war? Uruguay on Argentina. Okay, well, Uruguay might just join the Comintern, which would not help them, because all of a sudden they'd be fighting Brazil and everyone as well. Although Brazil and Colombia, the two strongest South American nations, did send everything to Europe, so may not be the end of the world. But yeah, Argentina probably won't win, because why? I don't know. 8-10. Yeah, okay, so Uruguay probably win this. That'd be interesting. They've had 9 losses so far. Doesn't come close to the 5 million, 5.36 million, 5.37 million that this war has in total. Look at this, the Czechoslovak Socialist Republic, 5% towards capitulation. Meanwhile, the Soviet Union, 31%. So they're doing better than the Soviets. There you go. All because of me at the start of the game when I was Czechoslovakia, and for the second time. Probably less so the second time. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. So as always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.